Snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What up, 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 what up? My eyes, I look extremely tired. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you to the channel, this is a road to 5K subs. You see the title, I won't even get to or wherever. But first things first, man, we are gonna get into LA. LA is at the center of the news right now, and for ICE, right? Like, it's, from what I understand, this is just me going into it blindly. The protesters went up to the ICE center, and the federal agents kind of went to build a militant wall and everything to go against them, and it kind of turned into like a mini war zone. And Trump, I think, sent in some more federal kind of resources into downtown Los Angeles tonight, so it became more dangerous and things of that sort. Mind you, I am in Los Angeles right now, and but on the side of downtown that I'm at, none of this is going on. So my mom is like, "Be safe," and I'm like, "Oh, I had no clue." So anyway, everybody watch ICE is out of control video of SEIU, California's President David Guetta, getting assaulted and arrested during an ICE raid in the warehouse district of the downtown Los Angeles. He's an LA native, American citizen, and a labor leader. Don't turn away. So as you guys know, pretty much goes without saying, but the Hispanic community population is pretty heavy in Southern California, just like it is in Texas and, other kind of bordering states and things of that sort. So crazy stuff here. A father screams for his child inside of a tiny interview room within a basement waiting room inside of the LA Federal Building. The space is not a holding area, no food, no water, no diapers. Those initially detained include a 2-year-old U.S. citizen and a woman with high-risk pregnancy. So yeah, this is shout out to Aura for posting this, or who she worked for. Writing, dreaming, soon, good things. Oh, okay, so she's, I guess, working on a book, which is being pretty popular on the West Coast and things of that sort. Lights automatically turned off at 5 p.m. when daylight dimmed. People, including children, were separated from their parents, made do in darkness. Agents use flashlights, suspicious isn't licensed to detain people in any capacity. Lights turn off because no one is supposed to be there. So yeah, geez Louise, it's tough, extremely tough stuff right here. Families being broken up in the middle of all of this, and you kind of ask for what, and you hope there is some economical explanation for it or anything if you go beyond just the moral stance of it. Vince Wilson said, so Trump deploys the National Guard to LA, but he didn't deploy them on J6. ICE protests in Compton at, oh my gosh, it's at 5 o'clock today. What? It was, I was walking. So this I did see yesterday. I was walking back to the hotel, and a kid was just skateboarding, and he was waving his Mexican flag, and then he had to stop the skateboard, and then he just kept walking with it, but he was keeping it held out so it continued to fly in the wind and blowing the wind. And I was just I just thought he was just, I don't know, celebrating his culture. I didn't know I didn't put two and two together until I seen this. I wonder. So,
Definitely
like,
feel the heat from that.
what is the burning car? Oh, is this just the
Those tires are gonna start exploding soon.
this man drove around. Oh wow. Oh, and these are the oh, okay. In this case, like, what does honking solve? Like, does honking stop the car from burning, or
That horn's not gonna keep on going.
it's the car that's burning? We're here now. What's going on? Of like, small explosion. Firefighter car. Oh, all this crazy. This is when they're.
Oh, fuck, go. Run. Get behind the truck.
Oh my
Got him.
This is crazy, bro.
Watch out.
They're trying to go over the median. Over the median.
Ah, shit.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm good. Fucker hit me.
Goshly.
Hey, yeah. He caught me right in the foot.
That man too. He was like, all right, time go back to the car. Ice driving Hondas now. Pretty sure it was stolen. Flying the flag of the country they don't want to go back to. I feel bad for the American family that was in the car. Oh my god. All right. Hold on. Flip the script. Shout out Flip the script here. Mexicans, gangs, Antifa, and white supremacy groups. I'm like, no, take yourself back to Mexico. Come here the right way. Oh my god. White people wanted them here as cheap labor. Here. Oh man. But all right, so I'll say this, flip. Like, I'll say it like, okay. There's no way around the controversy here. Dave Chappelle once said this about the tariffs. He said, where are you gonna find someone who else is gonna do? and this is really bad. This is really bad. But it's it's truth in every joke. He said, "Where are you gonna find someone else who's gonna do this work at this rate?" Like, you know what I'm saying? How in China the work is done, it's cheaper to get stuff in China because the labor and everything like that is just so much cheaper and everything. Flip the script, said, "Come here legally." They won't change the immigration law to fix it. They don't want to fix it. Um, but legal, becoming an American citizen is a lot. Get a work visa and work here all day long. Now, a work visa, I can go with that for sure, because that's something that we've seen in the world of streaming with Ray, and I think Kai's trying to do the same thing with Tota now. His tour guide in Brazil, he's trying to do the same thing, get him a work visa, and then have him, kind of come into America legally as citizens. It's a long process of citizenship and things of that sort. The uh, Aslam policy says they are here legally, so hey, because they're here for a little minute and kids were born here and stuff like that. They don't want to split the families up. Is I think, okay, so yeah, how I feel about the issue, I don't want to see families broken up. And then when people talk about MS-13 and kind of the Mexican gangs and things of that sort, every community has, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't focus on that, because if I focus on that, I'll also have to look at, like you said, the cheap labor. Like, we just had to keep it a being. Like, okay, uh a lot of people from the Hispanic community, the Mexican community and things of that sort, Mexican American community, like they'll go out and they'll do this and do that and help this and help this. Like, they glue a lot of stuff together. Mexicans help with a lot, bro. Like, and they do a lot of the work that a lot of Americans wouldn't necessarily do for the rates that do. Does it make it right? No, but it's kind of like the truth of the matter. It's like the tariffs. You bring everything. Okay, we only doing stuff from America. If we do stuff internationally, the tax gonna be high. It's like, dang, does that sound right? That does sound right on paper, but like the prices of everything gonna go up. The prices of grapes go up from $2 to $15 after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's one of those things, to be honest. The asylum policy says that they are here legally, so we are beat. This is ripping families is just senseless violence. I agree with that. I agree with that, because it's like you said, you can't just split up the family and things of that sort. Rashad Milligan, Big Nate, what up though? Big Nate in the building. We got a little mini full house at 3 a.m. What in the world is going on? But yeah, I mean, I agree with that last comment from Flip. She's saying the asylum policy is pretty much just saying, like, you can't split families. So if you got a kid that's born in America, you can't just split them up and stuff like that. And a lot of this, hitting the protesters with rubber pellets and things of that sort, and I don't know, just antagonizing. There are protests against ICE, for ICE invading areas with a lot of Mexicans, is kind of crazy off top. But hey, man, it is what it is. This is his idea, right? Build the wall, kick them out, deport them. That's like been his entire thing. Be safe, brother. Looking for a wild night ahead. I heard some pops and stuff like that, but that was it. I haven't seen anything else on this side in this corner of LA. So thank goodness. Is there anything left to loot with the laughing emojis? That's funny. They do this to every streetcar takeover. This is nothing new in that area. FIFO, mess around and find out. Trump messes things up because he uses racism as a weapon. Nate says, I thought if they are automatically born here, they're U.S. citizens. Correct. But a lot of their parents, Nate, they're not born here. They're like the first generation to, like, and this isn't even generalizing, because this comes off very generalized and just racist. So I'm not trying to, but it is a complicated topic. Midterms, people have to go out and vote. Yeah, man. This was kind of like, it's a lot of small things that you see, or big things that you see, that you're like, dang, like this stuff could have been prevented from voting. Like the Jimmy Atchison video, and I know I keep going back to that this week, but it's, I'm proud of it. I think it's some of my best work. if I do say so myself. The judge that acquitted the officer was appointed by Donald Trump. So like a lot of this big stuff stems back from election time and things of that sort. Like it all matters. Um that wasn't the intention of my comment. I thought if they were like what you mean? What you mean, Nate? I thought if they were born here, they're automatically US citizens. Hold on. Call it what it is, racist. Trump put a ban on every country that is non-white. He does not want Muslims or brown people here. 100%. I agree with that, Flip. And this is just based off of the words he uses when he speaks, but also like his actions that he takes. Like this, like being like, we gonna go to LA is crazy. That is crazy. That's like saying like we gonna pack out ICE people outside of Home Depot. Like that, you know how crazy that sounds? That's crazy. We gonna go to all the 7-Elevens and get them. Like that's insane, bro. Just another day in Compton. Compton just burns things as a pastime. Man, I was just going to get donuts. This looks like a normal weekend. Okay. Nate said, in terms of randomly getting arrested and deported, if they're citizens, there's no justification for being arrested. 100%. Like the way that ICE kind of sweeps people up is just like, what do you say? They sweep people. It's just like illegal, and it's just an Asian American. They're like, I speak perfect. You ever seen someone that's like, man, what nationality are you? And then they're like, my parents are from Ohio, and then the person feels bad. Yeah, so I think it's one of those things of like, in terms of what I've seen just from pure Twitter clips and social media clips, and what I've seen on the news. You know, obviously that's not the full scope. Like I haven't seen this stuff in real life, but it looks like they just really like flip the script at just running up on everybody. Like if you look African, if you look Haitian, if you look like you not American directly, like them folks just gonna scoop you up and ask questions later. Scoop you up now, ask questions later. But they said in terms of just getting arrested and deported, if they're citizens, there's no justification for being arrested. Yeah. Flip said, yep, from his mouth. Then he invited lying racists from South Africa. Partitis. Hey man. That boy Elon. I was about to say like shout out like out of habit, but I was like, that's not the time to say shout out. Circling it on scooters is hilarious. To be honest, they can't wait till they start blasting these fools. This bro, like, I tell you, I was talking about it with my friends. I really didn't realize just how like kind of hostile things are until I started posting YouTube videos on a consistent basis. When I seen like the comment section, bro, it's crazy. Like it's really still extremely hostile right now. And that it's not like, you know, fake propaganda pumped by the media. You know how people do, like the news wants to make up a unknown, like we love each other. And bro, it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now in real life, even in real life, it still gets kind of shicey and things of that sort. Do not let America fool you. America is still a racist nation. It is. They do not see black people as Americans. 100%, bro. 100%. Like I said, like the my comment section in some of these, like look at the Simone Biles video. Look at the Simone Biles video. Look at any of the Carmelo Anthony videos, and look at what was the other one? That was like Lily Gaddis. And it's like, yo, you wilding right now. You are wilding, bro. Like it's really tense right now, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you around America. And it's not just the internet and online, it's like in real life too. You mean terrorism, no love for the USA, just Mexican people, no US flags in the US, just Mexican, not gonna work. This man, He think James Pennington think he run America. My brother, James Pennington, you do not run America, my brother. Out of shape and slow moving. Oh my goodness. Some people like, not on my property. It's not your property, it's stolen land. Oh, we don't want to bring that up. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. See, now the comments gonna be crazy. I don't get why there are other flags of other countries and protests of people who want to remain in the USA. I guess people see foreign flags. It was invasion the entire time. I was a fool believing it wasn't. Why are the prospective Americans waving the flag of the country they escaped? Explain to me like I'm in the LA SEAL system graduate. This looks like when cops set the car on fire during the BLM peaceful marching when we were doing in Beverly and Fairfax. The problems only started once they arrived. Brown folks got no rights that they want to recognize. Celebrate freedom as you stay in your neighborhood, the ghetto. No, 100%. 100%. You just said something, Flip. I ain't gonna lie. Flip came camera quality fire. It was good camera footage. And bro, like I said, bro stood there like after he got hit and he was just like, I gotta record this footage. All the tortoise witnessing. Okay, all right. See, people are like, just take it too far, bro. This is so embarrassing. I love this. Beast mode, no justice, no peace. Mamo, LOL, Mexican flags. Riot. Finally, we love to see it. Kaya, I know you a bot. I know Kaya a bot. Love to see it. I don't think they're protesting here. I call it engaging in direct action. Yeah, it's literally sirens outside as we're speaking. It doesn't sound like anything outside of the usual though. They're terrified because they know this is only the beginning. There are more than us than they are them. That is crazy. Nah, this is definitely. She said just young and turd as our. This is a fed. You can't trick me. This is a fed. That look. I'm gonna throw in some Luther Vandross memes. A little man. This is a federal agent hired. Man, you cannot fool me, bro. You as good as an undercover cop. Like ain't nobody believing that. Let's see if any of them will get a presidential pardon. Man, facts. But he let young boy out. Mexican pride, make America Mexico again. F y'all. Viva Mexico. Okay, buddy. Back to Mexico you go. OMG, no, this is unfair. Don't send me to Mexico. OMG, no. My life is ruined. Okay. LOL, you're only destroying the city that you live in. Oh no, this is giving Trump and his administration what they want though. Cars on fire. They will use this as an excuse to declare martial law. I don't know what the answer is, but man, is burning the car the most effective way to protest? F Trump, but maybe not paying taxes and hospital bills will hurt more. I don't know. If you love Mexico so much, leave the USA and go back to Mexico. CNN might call this a peaceful protest. This is bigger than the well-indoctrinated patriots who follow. Please be extremely careful. On January 6th, there were many Antifa just trying to make it as violent and destructive as possible. Some of these are paid protesters. This might be a good time to just stay home. Protest. Look at what the word actually means before you make yourself look stupid in the future. Mostly peaceful. Shrug. Deport every single one of them. And then they put like the ninja. Okay, all right. Did you hear about Trump defunded Ka? Hold on. Let's see if any of them get a. Hold on, let me see. Trump defunds Ka. Trump preparing for large-scale cancellation of federal funding for California. Oh, let me see this. Thank you for putting me on game, Flip. Trump preparing large-scale cancellation of federal funding for California, sources say. The Trump administration is beginning to cancel a large swath of federal funding for California, an effort that could begin as soon as Friday, according to multiple sources. Agencies are being told to start identifying grants the administration can withhold from California. Sources said the administration is specifically considering a full termination of the federal grant funding for the University of California and California state university systems. quote unquote, no taxpayer should be forced to fund the demise of our country. White House spokesperson Kush Desai said in a statement Friday afternoon, criticizing California for its energy, immigration, and other policies. No final decisions, however, on any potential future action by the administration have been made, and any discussion suggesting otherwise should be considered pure speculation. Singling out one state for massive cuts would be an unusual move, but President Donald Trump has made the long made Democratic-led California a target. Just last month, he threatened to withhold federal funding from California over transgender athletes' participation in a sporting event. Here we go again, small bells. The latest example of the president trying to use funding to leverage to enact his agenda, the administration recently cut $126.4 million in flood prevention founding projects, and Trump repeatedly went after the state's handling of devastating wildfires earlier this year. The president and California Governor Gavin Newsom have also publicly feuded for years. Two sources said that the administration is targeting California universities over alleged anti-Semitism on campus, an issue the schools have made efforts to address over the past year. The administration has already taken steps to punish. What does that sound like, guys? What does that sound like when you cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that sound like when you cut federal funding from a state that just has a lot of protests and a lot of critics of your work? It sounds kind of like it's like you have to live and worship me, or if you, you don't want to support me, no more money for you, no more soup for you. What does that sound like? It starts with the D, ends with the NAR. Civil War excuse. California pays more tax than half of red states, 100%. I would say no taxation equals equal representation. Withhold the California federal tax, California CA. I would say no taxation with equal representation. Withhold the California federal tax. California pays more tax than half the red states. Civil War excuses. Yeah, Civil War excuse. Okay, all right, cool. Let me see. The UC system is the state's third largest employer, and both systems are major engines of research and biotechnical and medical fields, among others. It is unclear how the school systems plan to fight back, though it's possible they could be represented through the state's attorney general, Rob Bonta, a Democrat. CNN reached out to Bonta's office, the UC system, and the CSU system for comment. California Representative Zoe Lofgren, the top Democrat on the Science, Space, and Technology Committee, said Trump is a bully. We've now heard from sources that he may be intending to cut grants to California because we didn't vote for him and we're democratically inclined. I will fight back on this. This will be immediately challenged in court. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, another California Democrat, said, whatever cruel crusade the president may announce against California, we will fight back. California state's legislator appropriated $25 million into his budget for efforts to fight the Trump administration policies and has spent only approximately $5 million of that so far, source said. GOP Representative Darrell Issa of California, who said he was unaware of imminent grant cancellations, told CNN he recently met with the university representatives who are also concerned about the future of their funding. Every university, every research organization, pretty much I saw them passing through here the last 2 days, Issa said. Issa told CNN his message to the fearful university representatives was, we're going to advocate for essentials, but I sent them back and said, come to me with specifics. Come to me with the grant and the justification, and I'll advocate for that. But I'm not going to advocate for no cuts. You just get more money every year. That's how we got into this problem. All right. This is written by Annie Grayer, Gabe Cohen, and Betsy Klein. Shout out to CNN for the story. The said during the election, Donald Trump would run on hate, and here he is. The effort's a hater and a distraction as he pockets billions of dollars. What is messed up is that his base loves his stuff. Hey, man. His base loves this. So there it is. There it is. The latest in Donald Trump in California and LA. when I just happened to be in drum roll, please, LA.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.